So I'm back with another Khada Dupatta draping tutorial. I was really pleased with the response I received from the first one, being the first ever Khada Dupatta video on YouTube. It was daunting. I'm not Pakistani, so I didn't know how the drape was, and lots of you told me that the drape that I had with the dupatta going over two shoulders like that was not correct. So I've come back to do it properly this time, and I'm really grateful that you guys were there to tell me where I went wrong. You know, it helps to have those eyes, especially when, you know, I wouldn't know myself. So the outfit, if you're not aware, is a Hyderabadi outfit. It's a very traditional outfit. It consists of a pajama and a kurta. The kurta is quite plain. It should be quite plain, with the dupatta being almost as long as a sari, 6 meters, and quite ornate. My one, I had it made simple only because I only ordered the outfit for the purpose of making the tutorial, so I didn't want to pay, you know, over £1,000 for a really heavy bridal one. So I've ordered just a light one, and I'm going to turn this dupatta into a sari later. So what you want to do is take the dupatta. Now the dupatta will have a border all around the sari, bar the middle part of one of the borders. That will be the bit that you tuck into your bum. Mine actually goes all the way around the dupatta, because I'm going to have it made into a sari. So I'm going to fold it in half in order to find the centre point. Now lots of you asked me questions about how someone would go wee wearing a Khada Dupatta. Obviously, if you pull your pajama down, you're going to be able to go wee. All this is going to, you know, get lax. Anything it will drag on the floor, so you're going to kind of push it up or just not drink and go for a wee. So there's the middle point. I'm going to pop this around me. So I'm going to lay it with the back side of the dupatta facing front, facing you. Now it looks like it's a really, you know, it looks like it's the front piece, but it's not. This is the lining and that's the front. Still holding on to the middle. What I'm going to do is pin this to the back of my kurta. I'm going to turn around. Please ignore what I've done to the back of my head. I just sort of done the front of the hairstyle and not really bothered with the back. So I'm going to turn around, pull my kurta out. I'm not going to wiggle my bum this time. Take the middle and just... Lots of you tuck this in. I think if you tuck it in, mine especially will fall out of my bum. Because I've got an elasticated waist, you know, I can't pull it tighter in order to compensate. So I'm just going to pin the middle into my kurta, into my pajama. I'm going to turn around and fan the dupatta out. I'm just going to find the top corner of that now. And I'm going to, this is going to have to come up like this around you. So you want to kind of pleat it so that this part is on the top of your shoulder and this part is on the bottom. So I'm doing about 7 centimetres, 3.5 inches wide folds, which is perfect. And I'm just going to give it a little shake as I pick it up and bring this up around me, and as you'll see down on the floor, it starts to form that lovely sort of hanging shape. I said in my last video, the Khada Dupatta actually means standing dupatta. So as this is going to go over, I'm just going to bring this up and over my shoulder. It doesn't matter that I haven't got it perfect at this stage. I'm just going to bring it up to see where I want to start folding, looking all the time as to how it's affecting on the floor. And I can see it's just still a little bit too long, as you can see as I kick out there. So I'm going to bring it up a bit more and a bit more, and that's about where I want to pin it. So what I want to do is tidy up this border, and I can't really see in the mirror behind me. What I'm going to do is bring this down. This is where I want to pin it. I'm going to bring it down over my shoulder just so that I can tidy up the pleats. Leaning forward, I find this is really helpful when doing a sari. That's a pin for my hair fell out. I just sort of do concertina folds in the fabric so that I can get it looking just right. I might show you a close-up of this one day. It's a really handy tip. So pulling that back over my shoulder now, as that is all perfect. Have I twisted it? No, that's just my pajama coming out there. And I think I'm almost there. Happy with the way that's falling, so I'm just going to put a pin in. Okay, so taking the other side now, I'm going to do some folds on this. So take the corner. This is going to be the bit that comes on underneath with all this that comes on top. So you want to kind of fold everything on top of that corner. So that this top part now faces that way. It doesn't have to be perfect at this stage like before. You're going to find a point where this falls nicely on the ground before you think about tidying it up and pinning it. So I'm going to take a little bit of it and pop it across. And I think that actually is perfect. Just want to get it in line with the other one. So I'm placing this part here where I'm shaking it over my left shoulder, and so far in the pictures I've seen it on the left shoulder. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I think it should sit about here. I could have it a bit longer, but I need a bit of this to do something with it in a minute. So I'm just going to bring it back down. This is where I'm going to secure it to my shoulder. I'm just going to tidy up those pleats. Always checking and checking again how it's falling on the floor. So I don't want any fabric with any of this white showing from underneath, because it will affect how this border appears. So this border, I want it out a little bit. And then I want this border to fall like that. And I might have to do some pinning around here just to tidy it up. So don't pin it exactly on top here. I'm going to leave a bit of a gap. Okay, so what I've done now is I've just tidied up all this area here. It was a bit fiddly, but all I've done is tucked in all of the white fabric behind here, and then gone in from behind and put a pin here and here, so that the borders are always on display. They always show beautiful without all that white coming out from underneath and spoiling that shape. Now across at the back you've got a long bit and a short bit. It's very tricky when you're putting it over like this to get them both the right length. If you're going to wear it like this, and you're not going to do anything else with the dupatta, then I would recommend that you play with your dupatta so that when you initially put the first bit round, you have it shorter so that they both fall the same. But I believe, you know, it's kind of trial and error. But I kept mine in the middle, because I want to show you what you can do with this part. So taking the shorter length, if I turn around, I'll take the top border, and a lot of you have asked on different forums is how you could cover your hair with it, and this is how you could do it. You'd have to put a pin at the back. So you'd have to put, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to actually pin it now, because I think I've got enough pins on this delicate fabric and I'm going to ruin it. But put a pin at the back. You need to fold the border back on itself so that you don't get too much red. So if that is pinned up there, you basically pull that over your head and across like that. And that way you've got a beautiful head covering as well, matching your outfit. Obviously when that's back you won't get that so much. You can even have this in the front if you don't like the shoulders showing, like that. Jewellery like this is quite traditional, I believe. You've got like a pearl kundan set with a drop on it. Sometimes there's like a choker instead, or even with, and a long string of pearls. These are absolutely beautiful, and hopefully I will have some of these on my website soon. I've certainly got some very similar to these on there. My bangles are really cute actually. They've got these gorgeous pearl bits on them with white, and some diamante ones, which, you know, in traditional days they probably would have real diamonds on. The file should always be there as well. And this is a beautiful set that I took out from my website for the video. I've got loads of these in different colours, so even the ones with white and red would work beautifully. I believe that almost finishes the look. I believe you can get like a badger band that you put around your arm, but as mine's full sleeves, I didn't go out and buy one. I really hope that was useful to you. Let me know if I've done it wrong again, and let me know what I need to do. I know you guys will ask me. The outfit was designed by my designer, Samina Khan. I'll put her details below. If you want one made for you, then you can just email her and she'll make one for you exactly the way you want it. Anyway, please do rate, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. I ordered the Pakistani Khada Dupatta and I've done the makeup for this look, so this is how I've done it.